It's gonna be an unboxing of the Domino Throttle from Surronshop. Domino Throttle, it comes with grips. If you buy the Domino Throttle from anywhere online, the problem with it is it comes not with this connector. So it would be just these wires right here, so you have to wire that up to whatever controller you have. But because I have this connector here, what I can do is just simply plug it into the back of the Nucular display. There's a throttle connector. Initial thoughts are it's very springy compared to stock. The spring for the actual throttle takes maybe 3 to 4 times more pressure than stock, which is real nice because that's gonna feel more like a motorcycle. The actual construction of it is plastic. The tube appears to be plastic as well. Pretty much the whole thing is plastic, but apparently this is supposed to be the best throttle that you can buy for e-bikes. And then it also comes with the secondary grip as well, and then of course they always send chocolates. All right, so now we're going to be getting the old throttle off. This is the stock Surron Segway throttle. So I'm going to go ahead and use the grips that I have already. I already took the grip that it comes with off. And what you're going to want to do is unbolt the throttle, which is going to be these 2 bolts right here. You're probably going to have a zip tie and a zip tie somewhere over here as well in this wiring area. It's going to go through in between the forks, and then you're going to have 2 small mounting bolts. One's going to be right here, and the second one's going to be right over here. And then it's going to run behind the controller down. There's this small little plate right here, and then of course your bash plate. So what you can do is leave the 2 bolts in the back of the bash plate, just loosen them, and then we're gonna pull off the 2 right here, and then we're gonna take this cover off, and then that allows you to get behind this and pull the wiring out. And then we're just gonna disconnect the stock throttle, and if you have a Nucular display, it's gonna go right into the back of this. Otherwise, what you can do is cut the connector off of the stock throttle, and then you can go ahead and wire that up, and I'll tell you how to do that as well. I'm just going to be disconnecting it and then putting it right up into the back of my display. I have a Nucular 24F, so this will work for the 12F as well. They're about the same size. The Domino has a little bit more, this piece right here sticks out more. But as far as like the design, you can see like this side, the Domino is definitely a little smaller. And this stock throttle, this piece is actually metal and this is plastic, or at the Domino throttle, the entire thing is plastic. So if you were to buy a Domino throttle and you want to just plug it directly into your bike, I have the wiring diagram for that. So what you're going to end up doing, super simple. There's only 3 wires. The stock throttle has red, green, and black. The Domino throttle has white, black, blue, and 2 greens. So the 2 greens are absolutely nothing. We're never going to use those. Don't worry about those. Stock throttle, which is in my right hand, and the Domino throttle, which is in my left. You're going to go, the green wire on the stock throttle is going to go to the black wire on the Domino. The red wire on the stock throttle is going to go to the blue wire on the Domino, and the black wire on the stock throttle is going to go to the white wire on the Domino. So what you can do is just cut it right here, connect those wires together, and then just plug it directly into your bike, or you can cut it, the connector on the bike side, and then wire them up just wires to wires. Probably better if you do the connector. Super nice that Surronshop hooks you up, and it just plug and play. One thing to remember when you're doing a throttle swap is you need to clean this right here. If there's any sand or any residue or anything like that, you want to make sure that that gets off. What I use is motorcycle waterproof grease. You can use any grease. This is what I use here. You don't need very much. You're gonna go ahead and just spread it around the tube area for the throttle. And this is just gonna create lubrication. This is so that it won't ever bind, as well as, you know, just add lubrication. It'll be smooth turning when you turn your throttle. So this is the old connector right here, but this is the connector. So what I'm gonna do is tape it up and then put hot glue over it just so that it's sealed. And then tuck this back away underneath this. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take off the screen. I'll show you the process on that. There is a certain way the bolts do have to go back behind the screen. If you do mess that up, you can crack the screens. This is what it looks like with the back plate off. You're gonna have on the far left is gonna be system. That's how it actually gets any info from the controller back and forth. The second one is gonna be USB. Usually if you buy this, it comes with a USB that you can turn on and off. This third one is gonna be BRK, and that's gonna be regen. And then the fourth one over is gonna be THR, and that's gonna be your throttle. So you're gonna just go ahead and plug this in, route these wires so that they come through these like gapped areas, and put the screws back on, put it back on, and then that'll be it. So for the screen, the three ones in the middle are gonna be the shorter ones. They're larger, but they're shorter. And the ones at the top are gonna be longer, but they're smaller. And if you're running this straight to your old wire, to the old connection, you don't have to do anything. It should just work. However, if you do have the Nucular controller or any controller, you're gonna have to reset the settings for the throttle to work. So it's gonna need to know where dead is and then all the way full open. So I'll show you how to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything connected. My connectors on this bike have dielectric grease inside. It helps keep water out. So with the throttle though, it's only 0 to 5 volts. So because the voltage is so low, putting dielectric grease inside where the connectors will go can cause issues. It can cause like stuttering issues. So what I like to do is I just put dielectric grease around the seal right here, and then I put it together, and at least I know I have a little bit better protection for water going in. Okay, so you're gonna turn on your bike. You're gonna hit the far left button. You're gonna go to devices, thermonuclear controller, and then you're gonna go to auto setup. You're gonna go to throttle. You're gonna turn it on. And then you're gonna take your throttle, you're gonna go max throttle, and then you're gonna come back. And then it's gonna say okay, and you're all set. So you're gonna back out, you're gonna go to save settings, turn it on, you're gonna back out, and now you're all set. So yeah, you got your throttle on, and go ahead and give it a twist just to make sure it works. All right, and that's the install on the Domino Throttle. Thanks for watching.